Hey, first grade. Last week we looked at nature patterns. There was packing, meander, scallop, explosion, branching, and spiral. So this week what you're going to do is we're going to draw a cupcake together, and then you're going to add some of those nature patterns right on to your cupcake, and then next week we're going to paint it. So here's a couple samples of what they might look like. They have nature patterns in the bottom of the cupcake with some sprinkles. This one has a wavy frosting. Here's another cupcake. This one has a fancy design around the back, and it has a mountain of frosting. I don't know about you, but I like a lot of frosting on my cupcakes. We've got a pattern design down here, and then I did a rainbow for the floor. And then this one is actually a sample from one of my first graders, where he painted it. He added all of his nature patterns down here, and he did a lot of different colors, a mountain of frosting, and some very cool rectangular curvy sprinkles. So keep watching this video, and we're gonna draw our cupcake together. All right, here we go on our cupcake. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is around the bottom half, you're going to make kind of a small box. It's almost like a square, okay? And we've left some room on the bottom. Let's draw a line from the edge to the cupcake and from the cupcake to the edge. Now our cupcake is sitting on a table. It kind of looks like it could be the bottom of a vase or something like that. Now we are going to connect the top of our cupcake with a zigzag line. Zigzag, 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 zig. Oh, that's okay. We're going to just make that part of the frosting, that little part that's hanging off. And the rest we're going to connect from the zigzags down to the cupcake bottom to make it look like a cupcake paper. Now we're going to decorate that later on, so hold on. Next, we're gonna need the actual cupcake. It's the cake part that comes out. We're just gonna do a little curved line on both sides and then come all the way over. So right now, it kind of looks like we have a muffin. Delicious. But I want a mountain of delicious frosting. So I'm going to make a mountain of frosting. That's how I like my cupcakes. And if you want to add a cherry, you can add it in the frosting or you can add it on top. So add a little circle with a line. I've got a cherry. All right. Now there's another way that you could add frosting, okay? If I do the same cupcake over here, it's sitting on a table. We've got zigzags. They come down to the cupcake paper. I've got a muffin top. Now, if you want to do a fancy frosting, you're going to kind of come up and down. So it's like a teardrop shape. And then the opposite, up and down, like another teardrop, 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 and then a little mound up here. There's a very fancy frosting. So it's up to you. Do you want to do a fancy frosting or a mountain of frosting? It's your choice. Here we go. I've got two choices here. The next thing we are going to do, and you only have to do one, you don't have to do both. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some of those nature patterns that we looked at last week. Here's one from one of my students a few years ago. Okay? So I am going to add, to this one I will add meander, which is a wavy line. To this one, I will add packing. Remember, packing is those shapes that are almost, they're touching, they're like no space in between there, like grapes or tomatoes on the vine. There we go. To this one, I will add, explosions. like dandelions or stars. And to this one I will add spirals. There we go. I have a very cool cupcake paper. I have a delicious looking cupcake. On the top of this cupcake, I want you to add some sprinkles. Your sprinkles can be any shape you want. I don't want you to draw a picture. Choose one or two shapes to add sprinkles. I'm gonna do circles for my sprinkles. And then if you want to, you can do a design on the tablecloth or a design on the wall. This one, I did a chevron, a diamond shape on the top part, and then I did a rainbow on the bottom. This one has no design on the top, no design on the bottom, but it does have some fancy sprinkles. I would like you to add, if you want, a design on the top or the bottom. If you don't want to and you just want your nature patterns here and a shape here, that is okay.